Joe, you pushed for this unification fight. You pushed for the Jeff Lacey fight. You got that, and you've got this one with Kessler. Which one is harder?
I think potentially this is the more difficult fight. I think Mikkel Kessler is a lot better fighter, all-round fighter. He's bigger, he's tall, he's stronger, he's technically a better fighter. So this is more difficult. But I beat Jeff Lacey with ease. I'm not saying I won't beat Mikkel Kessler with ease, but if I'm in the same form as I was against Jeff Lacey, I've got no doubt in my heart I'll win this fight.
Why, Joe? You've done it all. You're WBO champion, you're Ring Magazine champion, you got the money, you got the fame, you're seen as the best all time, you've got records and undefeated. Why push for this fight?
Because this is where I am, I'm a fighter, I'm a warrior, and at the end of the day, I need a buzz, and I don't get a buzz anymore fighting fighters I know I can beat. Peter Manfredo's the world, you don't see the best of me. Lacey, Eubank, them sort of fights. When I'm a bit worried about a fight and I realise that this is going to be a very difficult fight, then you see the best of me, and that's what I want. I want that buzz. Been boxing 25 years, difficult for me to get that buzz. And if I'm going to fight, I want to fight the best, and if I can't beat the best, then so be it. I'm a world champion. I'm fed up with people telling me I pick my own fights. I don't want to fight anybody, and this fight has shut everybody up, because this is the most difficult fight I could possibly fight. I know I can beat this guy. I'm 35-year-old. I know they're open. I'm slipping. I'm past it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm still at my best.
It was widely accepted that after Jeff Lacey, that was the best Joe Calzaghe anybody has ever seen in a ring. Do we have to see the same type of performance from you?
I think so, because I have to be at my best to win this fight. If I don't perform at my best, I won't win this fight. Simple as that. I have to be in the same form, the same speed, and mentally the same tune as I was against Jeff Lacey, and then I'll win this fight. But this is the biggest fight in boxing now. This is what it's all about. Years ago, after I beat Eubank, this is where every fighter wants to be, fighting in front of maybe 50,000, 60,000 fans, worldwide exposure. This is it. This is as big as it gets. Fighting a fighter like Mikkel Kessler, like I said, who's an excellent fighter. It doesn't get any bigger than this. And to win this fight, then sky's your limit, man. It just keeps going on and on.
They say styles make fights, but is that exactly the point in this sort of fight? Because are your styles that contradictory, or is it going to be more about your personal tactics on the night and how you decide to attack this fight?
I think his styles do make fights, and I think when Mikkel Kessler, he's very, very good at what he does. But I believe that he'll have more problems with my style than I'll have problems with his style. Obviously, November the 3rd, we'll have to wait and see. But I can't knock him and say anything bad about him. He's undefeated. He does everything well. And I have to be on my A game. Simple as that on the night. And if I am, I can win this fight. There's no doubt in my mind I can win this fight.
You say Kessler's good at what he does. What does he do? Describe his style to us.
He's quite upright. He's quite European. He has very good jab. We say anything about the jab. Very good right hand as well, which obviously being a southpaw you've got to be careful getting caught with. He's just a very solid all-round fighter. He has a good work rate. He does everything well. But what I'm going to do in the fight, obviously I have to keep to myself. I got my own game plan. But like I said, I just say it again. As far as I'm concerned, I can beat him. I've got the style to beat him. I'm a southpaw. Maybe I've not fought anybody as good as Kessler, but listen, he's never fought anybody as good as me or as awkward as me or as fast.
You mentioned your age there, Joe, 35 years old. If in November the 1st you walk out the ring undisputed, #1, you have the belt, you have all the acclaim, how much longer are we going to see you in a ring for? Oh,
listen, I don't know. At the end of the day, I've always said I want to fight another maybe 2-3 more fights. So it'd definitely be another fight after Kessler. There'd be too much money to earn. There's no way I can retire. I'm not going to earn that money. I'm a long time retired. So at the end of the day, you got to cash in while you can. And coming from that fight with Kessler, having all the belts, then it made me the biggest offer, isn't it? What am I going to do? Maybe go to the States, but who knows? At the end of the day, all I'm thinking of Kessler. I'm really thinking after the fight, November 3rd is going to be an absolutely massive night in my career, and I'm just going to be totally focused on that night.
Let's talk about the venue, because I know you're a passionate Welsh man and I know you love your Italian heritage as well, but it's in Wales. It's at the Cardiff Stadium. Again, last time we were there, over 30,000 people. We're hoping over 60,000 people this time. Does that put pressure on you, or do you feel lifted by that sort of pressure?
I think it's a bit of both. It's great to fight at home. I did say that I would go to Copenhagen to fight to make this fight happen. So it's amazing. I'm thankful that Frank Warren has managed to put the fight on in Wales. So that's an advantage. But to fight in front of your home fans, it does add extra pressure on you, and probably takes pressure off your opponent. So it's two sides to that coin. So I've always really performed well under pressure.